You think the deadliest animals in America are the ones that look terrifying. Sharks, bears, predators from the wild. But the truth is far more disturbing. Some of the animals that kill the most people in America are smaller, closer, and far more ordinary than most people ever imagine. In this countdown, we're revealing the hidden killers that strike fast, cause chaos, and turn everyday places into deadly scenes in just seconds. At number 10 is the alligator. It waits where the water looks calmest, barely visible above the surface, silent, patient, and perfectly built for ambush. When it attacks, it usually targets the arm, the leg, or the side of the body, then uses raw force to drag the victim straight into the water. What happens next is often even worse. The alligator spins in a violent death roll, twisting the body, tearing muscle, breaking control, and pulling its victim into panic. In only moments, the person begins choking on water, losing blood, losing strength, and losing direction. Death can come from drowning, shock, or catastrophic internal injury. And the most chilling part is this. Once it's over, the swamp becomes silent again, as if nothing ever happened. At number 9 is the shark. It doesn't roar. It doesn't warn you. It appears from below, from the one place a swimmer can't fully see. A shark attack is usually sudden, explosive, and brutally efficient. It often bites the leg first, then turns back for another strike when the victim is already in shock. The damage comes fast: torn muscle, massive blood loss, panic in deep water, and the terrifying realization that your body is failing while you're still trying to stay afloat. Victims often thrash, gasp, and lose coordination within seconds. Even when rescue is close, blood loss and exhaustion can overwhelm the body before help arrives. Shark attacks may be rare, but when they happen, the sea turns deadly in an instant. At number 8 is the bear. In the wild, a bear isn't just powerful. It is overwhelming. It can cover distance faster than most people expect, and once it commits to an attack, human strength means almost nothing. Bears often strike with their front paws first, smashing into the chest, face, or skull with incredible force. Then they bite, usually around the shoulder, upper back, or neck, using weight and momentum to pin the victim down. The person may still be alive, still trying to crawl, still trying to breathe, but the body starts shutting down quickly. Broken ribs, crushed lungs, head trauma, deep blood loss, and shock can all happen within moments. A bear attack is not chaotic in the way people imagine. It is crushing, close, and brutally physical. At number 7 is the mountain lion. This is one of the most terrifying hunters on the list because it attacks like a ghost. You usually don't see it coming. It watches from cover, chooses the moment, and then explodes forward with perfect speed. Mountain lions often attack from behind, driving the victim to the ground before biting into the neck or upper shoulder. That bite is everything. It is meant to cut off breathing, control the body, and end resistance quickly. Victims may struggle at first, but within seconds they begin losing oxygen, losing blood, and losing strength. The eyes widen, the hands shake, the body fights to rise, then collapses again. This is not a long chase. It is a silent ambush, followed by suffocation, trauma, and rapid collapse. At number 6 is the spider. Small, almost invisible, and easy to ignore. But with the right species, one tiny bite can start a chain reaction through the entire body. A black widow bite may happen on the finger or hand, barely noticeable at first, but the venom works from the inside out. Pain spreads, muscles tighten, sweating begins. The chest feels heavy, breathing becomes harder. The victim may shake, cramp, stumble, and collapse without ever seeing the real danger clearly. What makes this so unsettling is the contrast. The wound looks small. The body's response is massive. In severe cases, venom can trigger respiratory distress, cardiovascular strain, and systemic shock. A deadly spider doesn't need size. It only needs one moment of contact. At number 5 is the snake. And in America, venomous snakes kill through speed, chemistry, and timing. A rattlesnake strike is incredibly fast, One bite to the ankle or lower leg is enough to begin the damage. At first, the victim feels sharp pain and shock. Then the swelling starts. The skin tightens. The color changes. Breathing becomes uneven. The heart races. Then the body begins to weaken. Depending on the venom, the danger can come from internal bleeding, tissue destruction, falling blood pressure, or respiratory failure. Victims often try to move, call for help, or stay calm, but the body keeps slipping further out of control. That is what makes snake bites so dangerous. The attack itself lasts a second. The collapse that follows can keep building until the body can't fight anymore. At number 4 is the cow. And this surprises a lot of people, because cows don't look like killers. But they are massive, powerful, and more than capable of causing fatal trauma. When a cow charges, the force comes from weight, speed, and momentum. It may hit the victim in the torso, knock them off their feet, then continue trampling with crushing hoof strikes to the chest, abdomen, or legs. Victims often stay conscious at first, trying to breathe, trying to crawl, not fully understanding how badly the inside of the body has been damaged. That's the real danger here. Crushed ribs, ruptured organs, internal bleeding, and shock can become fatal even when the injuries aren't obvious from a distance. On an open field, help can feel very far away. And once the impact happens, the body may never recover in time. At number 3 is the horse. Strong, fast, beautiful, and deadly when panic takes over. Horses don't have to attack like predators to kill. A single kick can be enough. When frightened, a horse can rear, spin, and strike with explosive force, often hitting the chest, face, or skull. The victim is thrown backward, slammed into the ground or a fence, and the damage happens instantly. Breathing becomes shallow. Vision blurs. The body may stop responding correctly after only one blow. Fatal horse incidents often come from head trauma, broken ribs, collapsed lungs, or devastating internal injury caused by impact. That's what makes the horse so dangerous. It doesn't need a prolonged attack. One moment of panic, one violent motion, and the human body can be shattered. At number 2 is the dog, and that may be the most uncomfortable truth on this list. Because dogs live close to people. They are in neighborhoods, homes, backyards, and sidewalks. But when an attack turns serious, it becomes terrifyingly personal. A dog often bites the arm first, especially when the victim tries to defend themselves. Then it goes higher, to the face, the throat, or the neck. Once the jaws lock in, the force and repeated shaking can tear tissue, rupture vessels, and create massive blood loss in seconds. Victims fall, panic, scream, and struggle to protect the most vulnerable parts of the body. But the longer the attack continues, the weaker they become. Severe dog attacks can kill through exsanguination, airway trauma, infection risk, and shock. The most dangerous part is not how wild it looks. It's how close to normal life it happens. And at number 1, bees and wasps. The smallest killer on this list, but one of the deadliest in America. A swarm attack is chaos in motion. The insects target exposed skin, face, scalp, neck, ears, hands, striking again and again before the victim can react. At first, it's pain and panic. Then, for some people, the body turns against itself. The face swells, the throat tightens, breathing narrows, the chest struggles for air. This is anaphylaxis, and it can turn fatal with terrifying speed. Victims may run, collapse, claw at their neck, gasp for oxygen, and still lose the fight within minutes. That is why bees and wasps are so deadly. They are small, common, easy to underestimate, and when the body reacts the wrong way, they can kill faster than many large predators. So what's the real lesson here? The deadliest animals in America are not always the biggest, the loudest, or the most feared. Sometimes they hide in quiet water. Sometimes they wade in dry grass, in a backyard, on a ranch, or just above your head. Real danger doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks ordinary, until it's too late. And that is exactly what makes these animals so deadly.